Batman Nightfall. Alright, you motherfuckers, good to see you. Yeah, so if you're back and you've made it through all three of your previous videos, good for you. So, this one is about Batman Nightfall. Now, watching a review of the graphic novel of someone else, I can't remember the name of the channel it was on, but I'll post it in the description if I can find it. I found that it wasn't just my views that I saw things one way. So watching this video, to kind of all the points that were made were like, shit, I've been thinking that, yeah, that's been right. So it was interesting. So this story pretty much is kind of like Dark Knight Rises, if you've seen that film with Bane. You know, it was speaking in that voice that Gotham's going to burn and there's nothing you can do to stop it, Batman. Gotham, take back control. Take control of your city. And let's all get high, because tonight we're all getting laid. Yes. And then I will break you. Yeah, so it was kind of like that. So, for me, if you want to know pretty much what to read when it comes to Dark Knight Rises and comics, I'd say check out Knightfall, and then check out No Man's Land, because you can kind of read both and go, I can see the aspects of both, how they're both quite similar, and how that has been took from that and made that. Okay, so in Batman Nightfall, it's pretty much about Bane's origin story. So it's how Bane was raised in a prison and all the hardships he went through and how clever he is. Like, in that disaster of a movie, Batman and Robin, in 1997, I think, they literally had him speaking one-lines of bullshit, just, like, monkey slave, Batman dead, or shit like that. They made him into a fucking musclehead steroid, ridiculously juiced up psycho fucking retard. In this one, you see from a kid what Bane's life was like, what he had to do to survive, and his motive behind why he goes after Batman, and I really liked that. Okay. And then you kind of see that he wasn't just saying, oh, well, I got out of jail and I bought these guys. Like, you see why he's chasing Batman and his tunnel vision and why he can't stop and why it's an obsession. Okay? And then it makes sense. You're sitting there going, shit, yeah, I'd understand. That's why he's going after him. And the great thing about it, this is something I think that The Dark Knight Rises as a film, that's what I would have loved to do in it. So, you remember the scene where Bane picks up Batman, he does that backbreaker, breaks Batman's back, he breaks the bat, In Knightfall, it's different. In Dark Knight Rises, it's just Bane stronger, Batman underestimates him, and, Bane was ready for the fight, Batman really wasn't, and Batman tried to use his tricks and it didn't work on Bane. This one was different. This was, Bane had released everyone from Arkham. He'd let out Joker, he'd let out the Scarecrow, he'd let out the Ventriloquist, he'd let out the Mad Hatter, and Zaz, and, all these criminals he just released, and Batman, and, they were just all running wild, doing whatever the fuck they wanted, and Batman had to go and hunt each of them down, and he couldn't wait, because every time he waited, more people got killed. So he just had to keep going into all the situations, and he was tired, and he was run down, and he hadn't eaten, and he was just physically just drained and he couldn't do any more, and he was just telling Robin, stay out of it, I've got this, I'm Batman, I can't give up, I can't stop, there is no quitting it. And he was just, Bane just sat there on TV just watching Batman get beaten up, waiting for the perfect time, and while he's doing that, Bane's figuring out who Batman is. And Batman gets home, he's tired, he's beat up, he's been catching all these people, he's injured, he's fucked up, he's been drowned, he's been stabbed, he's been beat up and all this shit. And he gets home, Bane's there, and Bane fucks him up. And that's what's great about it, because it's it wasn't one person. One was like, Bane beat Batman. He beat him in every sense. He physically beat him, he mentally beat him, he beat him on, he beat him on his home turf in his house. He breached Bruce Wayne's sanctum, his home, his safeguard. Like, Batman's in the street, he's in danger. As soon as he gets home, he's safe, for the most part, until, people invade it a lot of the time. But the fact that Bane breaches Wayne's sanctuary and destroys him. It's like he's not safe anywhere. And the great thing about this story is you see how different people, how they work. So I didn't really care too much about the ventriloquist. In this, I felt kind of sympathetic for him, and he interested me a bit. So, reading like things like that, and Zaz taking hostages, the suspense, and there's a lot to read, but you never feel like it's a chore reading it. Like you can't wait till the next issue. And Robin didn't piss me off, and this is what made me give him a bit more of a chance. Like, usually Robin I don't have time for, and like I wouldn't go out and I won't buy a Robin series, and I'm not interested, and we've heard the story 1,000 fucking times. We've got Dick Grayson, we've got Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Damian Wayne, whoever the fucking other one is that apparently is there that I don't have no idea of. And that's what was weird about it, because I found like I sympathised with him. I wanted him to be okay. I wanted him to figure it out. I didn't want him to get caught, and that was what was brilliant about it. It made me like him. There's that, and it made me interested in characters I'd never been interested in before. And it showed you Batman when he was really vulnerable, where he's just, his mind isn't working right because he's tired, and it's taking him longer to figure things out because he's tired. And at the end of every situation, he's completely fucking beaten down. He's like, I can't do it. Oh fuck, I gotta get back. Oh, I've just got home. I need to go back out. I'm tired. I'm run down. Anyone knows about sleep deprivation knows how bad it is, to the point where Batman's in a fucking coma. And they say he's brain dead, he's never going to walk if he wakes up. If he wakes up, he's never going to walk again. And this is the thing, it's like, Bane beat him when he was tired, fine. But if he comes back and he's been in a coma, or he's not working at full capacity, or his muscles are deteriorated because he's just been lying there, he hasn't had accurate food sourcing, things like that, it just makes you think, fuck, Batman, Gotham is Bane's. That's something I enjoyed about it so far. So I haven't read all the way through, but I just needed to get that off my chest. It was brilliant. I'll leave a link to the other channel that I mentioned earlier below, because a lot of the points he made were similar to mine, or mine are similar to his. But it was like reading through it with the little things that I was thinking, and then it's like nice to see that someone else agrees with that. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you later.